Yeah. Yeah.
That's too late. Today's episode is sponsored by the Real STL News. We are for the community because we are the community.
314, what we know is Seint.
Welcome to the 6th episode of Did We Make Ourselves Clear Season 4. I'm your host, River, and if you're watching us for the first time, we are the podcast that clarifies the subject matters of love, life, and everything in between. Today, our episode celebrates our partnership with the Real STL News.
That's right. That's right. So you may be watching this right now in real time on our social media channels, or maybe you're watching us on the new Real STL News Facebook page. But River, for our new viewers out there, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself?
Well, I am a yogi. I'm a vegan. I've been doing music, the music industry for many years. I also have done events and much more. Tell us about yourself, KP.
Well, man, you know, it's so much to say. I'll just give it to you in a nutshell. I'm a hip hop connoisseur. I'm an MC. I'm a youth advocate, you know, a community activist is always trying to push the agenda of equality. You know what I'm saying? And it tends to show in my art and my life and just everything that I do. That's who I am. St. Louis to the fullest.
That's good. That's good. KP, what do you love about this podcast?
Man, I mean, the clarity, you know, the moment of clarity and, you know, the production quality. Big shout out to the guys, our audio and visual team that makes that happen. You know what I'm saying? I always got to send that shout out, you know, because without them, man, we can't really make it as clear as we're known for being. And I just love the fact that we get to package up, you know, local natives and people that are implants into our region, give them a good look. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the first thing about marketability. That's what I like about it.
That's what it's all about. And that's the reason why I started this podcast. This podcast was started in the midst of the pandemic. I wanted to shine light on musicians, small business owners, and like you said, people from other implants from other cities and states. So this is the reason why we came up with Did We Make Ourselves Clear? Hey, what's going on with the musicians that we have coming up?
Man, you're right, man. We've had so much involvement with the music scene on this show. And just as a fellow musician myself, I like to shine a little light on some fellow creators out there that's doing some amazing work, such as people like my man Paybak, aka KIING. He says that music can be a real lifesaver. Let's see that clip from that show we did earlier this show. Yes, sir.
If I wasn't doing music, real talk, I'd probably either be on death row, doing a life sentence, or on the run for the rest of my life. Or dead.
Yes,
or dead. You
yes,
know, real
yes,
talk.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? It kept me in that. I stayed in that lab.
Yes, sir.
Once I got it, I stayed in the lab. I stayed in the lab. Kept me off the streets.
Man, I noticed that did that for me too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, it's so real. So real.
So you can catch Paybak, aka King, on the Can't Stop the Hustle tour. He has a show coming up on Saturday. That's April 30th at the Ambassador Theaters. You can buy tickets on Eventbrite. Roll that.
Man, I mean, I just don't get it, right? You know what I mean? Like, you do your thing, you expect people to be, happy for you, you feel me? Right. But this town, man, just breeds so many haters, man. I mean, it ain't my fault, you jogging in place, man. I call them treadmill niggas, you know what I'm saying? I like that. They just jogging in place, nigga. Get up, nigga. It ain't my fault. Yeah, let's get it. I got off the bus, I got to a bag. I counted. Niggas was salty, niggas was mad. I counted. Whole time I was gone, they said on their ass. I counted. Acting like hoes, like niggas in drag. I counted. I got
Hey, that's the jam, right?
Right. Clearly, you have a passion for music too, River. But where is it taking you?
Well, I used to do music management. I started several businesses in the music industry. I've done listening parties and all kinds of other events. So that's where it's kind of taken me. One of the groups that I had the pleasure to meet while going through this, it was a group called Soul Tide. Next year will mark their 25th anniversary of Tef Poe's debut on his critically acclaimed release called the Soul Tide Collective, Hip Hop and Soul Footage. We asked him to come. What did it mean to be an activist? Let's see that clip.
I aspire to be a revolutionary.
That's
so
dope, man.
I think that looks different than activism because I'm about at the end of the day just about Black liberation and the liberation of all people. For real. So I don't necessarily, but before Ferguson, you follow me, I've been about what I've been about. I was involved in, trying to raise the minimum wage with the fast food workers and the people that worked at Walmart and all the retail.
5 for 15, homie, I remember.
Yep, I was out there beating the pavement with them.
Yeah,
I've been registering folks to vote for so long. I've always been involved. I've been feeding people, and
KP, you're a community leader in your own right. What are some of the projects you're passionate about?
Oh, well, just basically economic equality, bringing services to the most underserved population, which is a lot of us in the urban communities, people that look like me not getting opportunities. So whatever platform I'm going to be on, you're going to hear me talk about thinking like a capitalist, talking about, understanding your worth and, just making everything clear, just like this show, so that's really what is really the secret sauce to everybody's controlling their own self-image. And you've been doing a great job with this show.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Well, you got a show tonight. That's
right.
And why don't you tell the people about it?
They need to get on down, man. If you celebrate 420, whether you're smoking or you're not smoking, we're going to be lit and turned up on 423 with the free concert. It's going to be lit over at the Apotheosis Comic House with Capo, Reaper, Joneezy, Juan DC Mo, Tommy Boy, Slow Spread Love, and F Note the Visionary. And last but not least, your boy KP. I'm going to be in the flesh doing what I do best. It's a show you don't want to miss. It's going to be the show of the spring. So let's come on, check us out.
Come on and check us out.
Keep smoking.
That's right.
And let's talk about entrepreneur, though. Entrepreneurship. Why is a small business, such an important thing to you?
Well, as you know, I've started many businesses, and I know it takes a lot of work and dedication and definitely courage to step out on your own to do something different. So I started this small business spotlight to showcase people that have taken that leap and just need for the public to hear and believe in what they do. Akeem Shannon is the winner of the St. Louis Arch Grant and was an investor and got an investment on the TV show Shark Tank. But I'll let him introduce himself. Run that clip.
This is called FlipStik. Let me show you what it does. For one, it functions as a kickstand. So you can take your phone, prop it up, watch your videos, Netflix, all that good stuff. But for 2, we have a patented technology. It's called synthetic seating. And essentially, it lets you stick your phone to any flat surface. Wood, glass, metal, leather. So, you're in the kitchen, you're cooking, you're doing your dishes, boom. You can slap your phone right up on the wall and check it. Do your FaceTime, everything. Real smooth. And when it gets dirty, it's waterproof. You take it off, you wash it with some soap and water, and when it's dry, it's sticky all over again. So make sure you get yours. GetFlipStik.com.
That's right. Definitely get your FlipStik at getflipstik.com.
Man, you know, we was talking about some good advice earlier. Akeem offered some tips about making the most of learning opportunities on the road to success. Let's roll that.
Is that if you're working for a company that can afford to pay you a salary, that's a very successful company. And you can learn so much from being there. If you're working at McDonald's and you want to open a restaurant, you're right where you need to be because you're working for the most successful restaurant in the history of the world. So it's like, if you see it as like, hey, I'm getting paid to learn, that's really what a job is, right? Especially if it's not the job that you want for the rest of your life. If you're getting paid to learn. And so that's what I did in all of, my jobs and positions, whether it be at Verizon or Sprint or Square. So I feel like for anyone, whatever you're doing, you can absorb a lot of knowledge and it'll help you be successful at whatever you want to do. If that's entrepreneurship, it'll definitely help you there.
That's right. Our small business spotlights entrepreneurs to spread the word about what they do, who they are, and just to give a little light to the world, put a little light out there to the world. We also provide helpful tips to viewers. In our next clip, Taylor Cayce, an artist of Seint Beauty, is going to share some awesome pro tips with us. Let's roll that clip.
Okay, so like I said before, you never want to paint a dry canvas. So skin prepping is key to any makeup routine. I've already moisturized, so what I'm going to do is I just prime my face. When it comes to primer and cream-based products, you don't really want to use anything with silicone in it because silicone does slide and cream does slide. So I do recommend any primer that you do use with Seint, it not have silicone in it. Not a lot of primers do, but it's like 50-50. Some do and some don't. So it's just something to check out when you are doing your makeup.
As I said before, I'm vegan and she sells a lot of vegan products and she's very knowledgeable about natural beauty products and foundation that you could use. So definitely check out Seint Beauty and at that a little link that we had on there before.
That's right, man. Good energy out to Taylor as well.
That's right.
Another memorable spotlight feature was WaKenya Griffith, the owner of 1587 Wines. Today, 1587 is the only Black woman manufacturer wine in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area. You might wonder how she harvests all these fine wines. Well, our next clip answers that question.
Most people don't know that Missouri has a lot of vineyards.
Yeah, we do.
But we have a lot of vineyards.
Yeah.
So as I drive, I stop.
Yeah.
I pick up. Whatever I need, I go.
Yeah.
If the farmers market in town has what I need, I'm visiting farmers markets that are an hour, 2 hours, 2.5 hours away from my home in Dallas, to go and get the fruit that I need if they have what I happen to need in season at that time. So.
Yes, and we're pleased to have WaKenya here with us in the studio. WaKenya, how are you and how have you been?
I'm great, and I'm glad to be here. I've been wonderful. Very busy, but wonderful.
Very good. Very good. Well, tell us what's new.
Oh, what's new? So wine is always new to me. I am always creating and recreating. Right now I'm busy in Dallas trying to build my space, build it out so that I can open up my lounge. But I've also been busy creating new variants. For instance, this is my Cabernet. I had a lot of requests for a good red wine. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna let you all feast on some Cabernet. It's my newest one. It's come out. I also have another one that's actually in the works right now. It's brewing, and it's a cognac.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So is that kind of like akin to Merlot?
Wine to a cognac.
This is kin to Merlot. The cognac is cognac.
Yeah,
but what a lot of people don't know is cognac is derived from grapes, so it's technically a wine. So for me, it's a parallel cognac because I'm not going to take it as high as a all the way liquor because I'm 1587 wine.
That's right. That's
So we're going to keep it at wines, but it's a very beautiful. It's got a lot of notes in it.
Wow, that's like a Hennessy collab. So, do you have a dream collaboration? Speaking of collaboration,
Ace of Spades.
Okay.
who doesn't want to collab with them? I'm open to collab with anybody.
Yes,
but I would definitely love to collaborate with my my fellow Black owned.
That's right.
Liquors and winemakers. But on top of that, I'm not just stuck there. I started out drinking just a very low brand in Walmart called Oakley.
Okay.
And that's what actually brought me into creating my own wine. So I would love to collaborate with them too.
That's real.
I heard that. That's good.
Shout out to Oakley.
Yes.
Sparking the greatness.
That's right.
Yeah.
What are some of the myths and common misconceptions about wine tasting and choosing a wine along with, wine in general?
Yeah. So I think that whenever you're tasting wine and choosing a wine, you need to always think about what you like to drink. If you're like a guy that likes to drink Hennessy on the rocks or something like that, then you're going to want to go to a drier wine. You don't want to, you do not want to pick up a Moscato because you're going to be like, oh my God, this is a girl drink I never wanted to get.
Yeah, you're right.
But if you're a person that likes sweet wine, you will not want my Malbec or my Cabernet because it's dry. That's for people that really like to taste that grape and that oak. And that vanilla, you have to want to taste that and not the sweet. So don't pick that up. Go and get the Moscato.
For wine lovers, what's the best way for them to learn about wine? If you love wine,
I think I love education. So I think in that education is key to learn about anything. Research, do your own research and don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to experience new, like with me creating wine, I had to learn about and really dive into a lot of new fruits that we really like star fruit. That's actually one of the fruits in my cognac.
Wow.
Star fruit. We don't.
Who thinks of that?
Who grow up eating star fruit? But I had to learn about it. And I had to learn that it pairs well to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish.
Very good. Very good.
Literally.
Well, can you share with us something about your wines that viewers would find surprising?
Everyone's always surprised to find out that I make it myself. My little bitty hands.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I am there. I am in my setup in my kitchen, and I am doing all the picking it from the vines, all the cleaning of it, all the crushing of it, all the cutting of the other fruits, all the just brewing it, fermenting.
All this ingenuity, man, it's great. We really respect it. How would you like 1587 wines to be known?
1587 wines will be known from here on out as the greatest thing you've ever had. Our motto is our taste is like none other. And that's for sure. Anybody that ever tasted or ever has tasted it will say yes. It's like nothing else.
I concur. I need me another order before we leave.
That's
I got you.
So our next question would be me thanking you actually for coming out on the show. We were just doing a recap of our seasons, and you was actually one of the standouts in that segment that we were doing on entrepreneurialism. And congratulations, sister.
Thank
and we will be calling you to come on back.
Yes, anytime.
Whenever you got something new, please come back and let us know so we can let the people know.
Absolutely, I will do that.
Yes, sure.
I'll come back when the cognac is ready.
Okay.
We'll do another tasting at that point.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. It was fun stuff. For sure. Definitely. Support my lady, my sister, 1587 Wines, man.
And that's 1587wines.com.
That's right.
Another
shout out, really.
Yeah, another shout out to the new Real STL news. Baby. That's right.
Today's episode is sponsored by the Real STL News. We are for the community because we are the community.
314, what we know is Seint.
Before we close, KP, I want to ask you something that we normally ask all of our guests. What does your legacy look like? What do you want it to be?
Man, I just want my legacy to be what it already is. Just being able to help somebody, pour into somebody, that's younger than me, And, you know, all the experiences that I went through, be able to use that as a tool to keep moving myself forward. Because, you know, if you ain't supporting, you ain't important, like my one brother Jamil once said. And, you know, I just want to be remembered for doing something for them young, man. Because, you know, when I die with me, dies with me. What I do for somebody else lives forever.
Forever, that's true. And much like you.
And what's your legacy, though?
I want the same. I want to be able to let others shine. It's all about using being of service, using your gifts to allow others to shine. More than anything in life, that is what our community needs to know and be behind, because a lot of us are still kind of behind in that way. So if we can just be good at what we're good at and allow for others to collaborate with you in their strengths, we could do anything. So that's
synergy. I love the synergy.
I love synergy.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love.
That's
Keep pushing
correct.
that.
Very much so. So KP, I think it's almost about that time.
It's about that time, looking at our rolling, huh?
But just a quick reminder to all of you guys, we do have a membership podcast way that you can be a part of our podcast. Just hit us up. Hit us up on patreon.com/didwemakenourselves-clear. Also, subscribe to our channel. Turn those notification buttons on for YouTube and Facebook. And
to our audience, always remember to check out our social media for announcements of our next guest who will be airing on the same time next week. And I know the Lord ain't brought us this far just to drop us off here. Did we make ourselves clear?